Hey y'all, it's Adam on the scene with two E's. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. I'm so glad and happy to just be here, alive, well. Today, stepping to the scene, I have my brother, Vinny. Inserts claps. Woo! No, but honestly, this is beautiful that it's just finally kind of happening. All organic vibes. I know you've seen a little bit of my brother on my content with our TikTok dances and stuff, but we just always kind of have intellectually stimulating conversations about a plethora of things coming from a variety of places, right? We're similar in the way we think, but we also have different experiences, different upbringing, different intersectionalities in the way that we take space in the world. That it is an interesting vibe, right? Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree.
You like having conversation with me? Right?
Yes, I love conversations with Adam on the scene with two E's.
Just the what?
Just a butch queen living in Dallas.
Living is just, I'm grateful to be living, but there is so much that grinds my gears as you continue to live and take space on fucking America right now. Like, can we just take a moment of silence, like just 15 seconds for the state of our country right now, all right?
And that's enough time. You never give these 15 seconds.
How you feel about America? The state of America right now?
Well, the country of America, no.
Right.
But
the country.
The state of America is in the garbage, if you will.
Basura.
Yes. We're looking out in the land that used to be the land of the free. It's turning into jail. Yes. We're all stuck here.
Militant,
Yes.
walking around worried about there's martial law and
Very Germany.
the very World War II. That's what I was just telling somebody the other day. Like, did nobody ever pay attention in history to not see that this is just history repeating
Yes.
itself? And have you ever sat in the class and been like, "Oh, I wouldn't have been going for that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have did this. This is the time to prove what
That
kind
you
of
wouldn't be going
or
for
what
that.
kind of person you would have been." Like,
Yes.
I know for me, for example, protesting and going out to protest is something that is dangerous. It brings a lot of high anxiety for me. Like, it is very risky to go protesting. I mean, it's other ways to civically engage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because some people go out and go lewd and riot at protests, but don't go vote
Yes.
during election time. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, it's all now what you do, how you do it. But yes, these are the times to kind of prove what it is you're going to stand for, what issues move you.
Yes, because there are
What
people
your values
till this
are.
day that will say, "Oh yeah, for slavery, I wouldn't go for that. I'm not that type of person." But it's a lot of people today who are saying like, "Oh, I'm not taking place in this. This is none of my business." But it's your business until it's your business.
And a lot of people are gagging right
Mm-hmm.
now. I think a lot of people did not use their civic right, citizen right, civic duty right to vote, but gagging right now because food stamps off.
Mm-hmm.
You can't gag. I mean, I feel like this. If you don't use your voice or right to vote, you can't complain about what happens. Because when it was in your hands or in your time to at least contribute to having a say in the way that laws or statutes or things, and even in your local elections, I get it. Federal elections, you don't necessarily always trust if you know what I'm saying, but at least know who your mayor is.
Mm-hmm.
Know who your school board representative is.
Mm-hmm.
Go to those meetings.
Mm-hmm. People don't even know
I don't
what
even do that.
district they
I'm
in.
not even. I'm saying though, I could be better. And I know that it is convoluted or it's hard to engage with the materials because when you read that stuff, even as a graduated individual in communications, when I go read the verbiage of those laws at the voting polls, you be like having to stop like, wait, let me read that twice.
Mm-hmm.
Did I?
Let me read that
yes,
3 times.
no, prop. So imagine struggling to read or being in the percentage of adults that have no more than a 6th grade literacy capability, and that's just not even shade or read. That is actually something that is statistically backed. There are numbers to prove that.
Yeah.
I see why it is so discouraging or challenging for some to use that civic right? Because in order to vote, it requires you to know how to do what? Read.
At least read.
Reading is fundamental. Honestly, that's what's grinding my gears right now. Like, towards the end of the season of the year, you know, I write Adam on the Scene, I write articles, and sometimes I come across people and say, hey, did you read my article? Did you read my last?
Mm-hmm.
It was so long.
180 words. And it's so long.
Like a 5-minute article read, and it's just like, I try to write from a place where it's good. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like once you start, you can't stop till it ends. Like I've read books that from the first page I read, I was captivated and didn't stop until the book was over, and it was never a question about the length. It was always, damn, this is like
the material.
The material.
The material is there.
It's just reading or these TikToks and short attention spans have definitely played a part in why in the pandemic, especially like transitioning out of a student facing position as an educator, pandemic really did numbers on literacy acquirement in 1st through 5th grade age kids right now. If you look at how kids are performing in schools, if you get on teachers of TikTok and listen to the things that they are struggling with in maintaining order and managing a classroom that fosters community, that facilitates growth and learning for students, they are struggling.
Yes. 2020 for America will be a case study. Like that will be a case study on the dangers of technology.
Dangers of technology, dangers of leadership that knows human health and human rights services type of vibes, because pandemic could have been avoided had we had another leader. So we
weren't worried about money.
And we're not going into that rabbit hole. Just saying that to say we have yet to see the ramifications of what 2020 pandemic did, because it wasn't like a one-day thing. That it was March 2020, world stopped. You have to think about the rates of poverty that shot up, housing instability that shot up, child abuse that shot up, like when unemployment. Bad. It was horrible.
Yes.
And it is not nothing to take lightly. And I think that we do take it lightly sometimes.
Because although 2020 was a horrible time, it was quite enjoyable. Not gonna lie.
What did you enjoy about it?
Me being antisocial, put me in my house by myself and tell me not to leave? What? That's perfect. That's a perfect world for me. Nobody coming outside. You go outside and you look outside and ain't nobody on the street. What? That's perfect. It's kind of dystopian, but it's perfect.
It threw me off. I know I'm definitely a person that likes routine, like to engage to a certain degree, and especially during the time of pandemic, I was a single bachelor living by myself. So if I was at home kind of clocked in by myself, it would never be no type of interpersonal, in-person communication and engagement. It always would have been through a screen, right? And that was just the beginning of screens, because pre-pandemic we was already glued in with screens and virality and different things, but I think the pandemic, when everybody was just sitting at home,
times 1,000,
it just exaggerated it to a way. Now it's like we can't even keep up to the degree that we have AI at such our fingertips, because we don't have the attention span to sit down and organize our thoughts.
Literally.
We don't have the attention span to just go look through 2 different articles to figure out which recipe you like. Like,
Yes.
why am I going to ChatGPT for a recipe to cook something when I could just go to Google and do what was already in Pinterest and everything already?
Yes, and what's so insane is when you go to Google, it pulls up AI.
Now.
Yes.
And I'm like, where has AI been this whole time? Because it was not just this forced down our throats.
Everything
It
is
is everywhere.
AI.
Snapchat got AI. Instagram got AI. Twitter, Microsoft got Copilot. All these. I am freaked out by AI to a certain degree because it is just enabling people's brains to
be
just
lazy. It's
be
Wall-E. Have you ever saw Wall-E?
I've never seen Wall-E.
Really?
That's past my. I gotta watch Wall-E.
Yes, Wall-E is basically the world goes to trash.
The AI epidemic.
Yes. Everybody got it so trash that they put us up on a spaceship and we got big and just sat in chairs and floated around. Like, that's what it's given. That's where they want us to go. Because they already planning vacation homes on other planets. No. But they are.
But they're even could use AI. I was reading an article. They really are using AI systems for security, right? And so in schools that are, because school to prison pipeline, schools that there have been cases in New York, NYU did the study last year that cases of like racial profiling at black and brown students increased because of AI systems that automatically saw like a black person that was holding Doritos, but it showed that he was carrying a gun, and it caused this big
AI
ordeal.
even racist.
And yes, like even when I went to the Black Queer Creative Summit in September, they had a partnership with Waymo. Those AI cars, and we was all black and queer driving in a Waymo. And when we got to the hotel, they didn't drop us off at the front of the hotel. Coincidentally, they dropped us off at the back entrance at the hotel. It's like being black in America is just a very interesting experience.
Yes, and if you would tell anybody outside of your race about that experience, they'll make you feel like you're crazy. Oh, maybe it's this. Oh, maybe it's that. Oh, maybe it's this. But somebody else of another color comes walking with a bag of Doritos and it's ruled as a bag of Doritos. No deeper study, no nothing.
And it was not even like the boy that it happened to. It was he felt traumatized from that. Like we already existed in a society where systematically black lives are traumatized. Yes. It could be from just regular pull stops on the traffic stops. It could be just going to the grocery store and just trying to get groceries to save your life. It could be, it was a boy out in Jacksonville, I had to find his name, that went viral because the police officer was really beating him and banking him up in his car and bust his window out and everything. And it's just like we have become so desensitized to things that we should be actually worried about.
Going up for. But it's these phones.
These technology, right? And it's like, I don't even want to feel like I'm going on this whole spiel about, granted, I'm black. I'm going to always stand for issues related to supporting black lives because black lives matter across the board, right? But even just turn on the news at this point. It's world disasters. It's hysteria. It's just world leaders carrying on in ways that it's just like
world leaders kidnapping other world leaders. Like, when does this happen? Where does this happen?
America, I am gagging.
Yes, America.
I am gagging right now, and it's just like, I don't know. I try to walk and be happy and be excited and feel safe in America, but it's like you don't even feel safe. You got the hysteria, the text about, ICE gonna be outside this day. It's like, well, honestly, I have to sit back and say, like, what am I supposed to do if I do ever come across, like, and really having to sit and think because they're not just killing black people. They just killed a whole white woman.
They not just killing immigrants. Immigrants, black people, white
women, nobody's safe.
Yes.
Like, and it's easy to be like, that's not me. That got nothing to do with me. But all of this is connected. And As long as you just,
But it's so crazy because when it started, nobody cared because it wasn't on their front doorstep. But then once people start dying, oh, now this is a big thing and now we in trouble. We've been in trouble. We've been in the boiling water for a long time and now all of a sudden you hot. We've been hot. We've been hot.
But shout out to Black women, right? Because Jasmine Crockett somehow seems to make me smile in the midst of all of this. Like her announcing her run for office.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that. Jasmine Crockett is definitely a champion for
Texas.
A champion for Texas, a champion for just humanity, right?
Yes.
And we need to hold on to that. And I would just, I'm laughing at America, but you got to keep your ear to the streets because you definitely want to know what's going on in the world around you. But I understand if it feels like overwhelming sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that kind of grinds my gears. Like, because I used to like the news and watching news segments and wanting to be a journalist and all that stuff. But it's like all the news that is being reported is horrifying. Mm-hmm. It's like I don't even want to start my morning off listening to that.
Bad vibes.
That is grinding my gears.
Yes.
Okay, and another thing that's grinding my gears is like fat phobia and the GOP ones and the people who put it on literal fat suits to mock fat people, or just people having conversations about people's bodies from a place of judging how the body look. And I'll address this because there are some people that have attempted to make it seem like, well, you make fat jokes, da, da, da. It's kind of like the N-word, kind of like I could say it, but like you can't say it. But it's like, it's not, I don't believe I'm fat phobic. Like, I don't believe I'm a hypocrite by calling out fat phobia if I've thrown a fat joke before.
Yes. But what I will say is we're at a different time now. And in this political climate, we can't do the fat jokes. We can't do the fat jokes. We can't do the racist jokes. We can't do the out of the corner jokes. Because it's not funny anymore. Like, it's not funny. We're going through too much. When we had a better time, we can do the jokes.
And it's just like the one thing about fat phobia is just like, fatness does not stop people from making the bag. Mm-hmm. Fatness does not stop people from living a good life, living a bad life, being in relationships, being not in relationships. Like, fatness doesn't really stop anything. And then when you think about fatness, right?
Yes.
And access to healthy, safe, reliable medicine and medical practitioners, living in environments and communities of poverty where also have food deserts. Like I was just talking about that earlier today.
Yes.
Especially in communities that serve what kind of people? Black and brown people. Pollution in the air. Different things like that. That it's like in black communities or urban communities, the temperatures are hotter on hotter days because of a lack of
air
quality due to a lack of like trees, just stuff, because they're cutting
environmental racism.
They're cutting stuff down to build these buildings. There's no oxygen coming in from the trees that are around you.
And then drop a nuclear plant right in the middle of your community. Like, it's insane. But we need to
we want to hold somebody accountable for being fat.
Yes, we need to clear the stigma of what it is to be fat, because just because the person is big don't mean they don't know how to stop eating. Like,
just because
eating is not the only reason of being big.
Sometimes size has everything to do with genetics. Sometimes size has something to do with side effects to medicines. Like, you really don't be knowing what's going on with people's bodies.
Exactly, what's going on in somebody's life. Yes.
To be comfortable commenting. And it's just like, okay, you can have the thoughts, but what happened to the place of like,
having couth? What happened to couth? Why are you saying this out loud to me? Like, and that gets me into what's pissing me off. Social media. Social media at all is pissing me off. Because why are you in my comments saying something that you wouldn't say to my face? with fat phobia, why would you post something that you wouldn't wear a fat suit to that girl birthday party? So why would you even post that? Like that's insane. Social media has made it to where people feel
and
like
the
it's
thing about
okay.
social media is some people lack integrity to the point where they are willing to do anything for views,
Yes,
likes, clicks.
yes.
Like I am one of those people. I like I'm not gonna lie. I like attention, but hopefully good attention. I do not want to go viral at the expense of degrading another
Yes.
community, degrading myself.
Yes.
Like, but some people have lost that. They will really get on this internet and cap.
Yes, even to the point of Megan Thee Stallion's last court case. Why would you post an AI video of somebody and share it and tell your fans to go and watch it? That's insane. That's insane. Like, if you ever woke up one day and then you looked on your phone and you saw a video of you that you never made, how would that make you feel? That's insane.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
It's just like we need to just pause on the technology.
It will make you forget what you did.
Back to just to circle it back to the fat phobia, you know, we've kind of lost our touch when Serena Williams is a spokesperson for a GLP-1.
When has Serena Williams ever been big?
Or had a body in the sense, maybe, but GLP-1s, but I don't know. Let's look. I'm gonna look up GLP-1. Maybe it helps other things and not just obesity.
Yeah, let's look that up.
GLP-1 is a natural gut hormone that helps control blood sugar by boosting insulin, slowing digestion, and reducing appetite, leading to feelings of fullness with pharmaceutical rejector
So it makes
agonists.
you not hungry.
In order to do what?
Make
Lose
you
weight.
skinny.
See,
We getting back to the eat a Cheerio, throw it up society.
woo.
What is going on?
And I wonder if in schools do they really, like, I took a health class in ninth grade where we really intensely talked about
Eating
eating
disorders.
disorders and the
Yes.
different ones there are, and those are real.
Yes, eating disorders,
And,
mental disorders,
and a lot of
that lead
times
to
with eating disorders,
Yes.
we like to, well, when I don't know how I came to this, but I thought it was just like a girl thing, a female thing.
Yeah.
But eating disorder has nothing to do with gender or
Mental disorders don't have no face. They just put it on you. I'm telling you.
eating disorder. It's just like but then look at how people scrutinize. Look at how when Ariana Grande, everybody she was not being fat, but everybody has so much to say
Yes.
about her body. So it's like a twofold thing.
You can't ever be too skinny. You can't ever be too big. If you're the regular size, you may need to get more skinny. If you get too skinny, you're too skinny. If you get too skinny, you're too big.
That has been grinding my gears. I will tell you that.
Yes.
That has been really just grinding my gears. Like, it has.
You know what's grinding my gears?
What's grinding your gears?
That people don't read.
We started on that earlier. But they do not read.
Don't they?
But know everything.
No, I'm so tired of opinions without a basis. You have no base to be saying your opinion. But yet, you said loud.
Have you ever had an encounter with somebody who's giving their opinion and they just felt it, like, and you're sitting in your back of your mind like
knowing it's wrong,
or it's wrong, or you didn't even think all of this, like. And in this life, I'm learning to be delusional or dumb, or it's just like people like to teach, so I'm
Yes.
allowing people to teach. I am not the expert in the room, and
ignorance is bliss.
But people who like to read inherently like to what?
Learn. Yes.
Like, life is about learning continuously. You never know everything. The only way you know something is to read. And things get reinvented. They're doing researches, studies that are enhancing things as we know it.
Yes, but that is such a manly trait to try to teach me something. And that leads me to the last thing I'm tired of, men. I'm insanely tired of men. We need to eradicate men, including me. I don't mind.
You the problem too.
For the greater good, I'll go. You'll miss me, but I'll go. I don't mind going.
God.
Like, the mansplaining, the entitlement. Like, think about everything that's wrong with the world right now. It always leads back to a man. Think about it. I'll give you time. It's always a man sitting in the back. Usually.
A white tee.
Yes, a YT man. A YouTube
Ooh.
man. Yes.
That could be grinding your gears, you know. People just grind my gears. I wouldn't even just say
Don't
men.
even give them a gender. All of them grinding.
All these energies and spirits are just
grinding.
very draining. It builds my anxiety. But I think like another thing that is grinding my gears is just the lack of, I feel like, positive sales. Like right now is just toxic. Like people are literally flying across the country to go and just toxically fight.
Yes.
And I'm not judging nobody. Like, I love Bad Girls Club and all that stuff, but there was a time when it felt like it was motivated behind something. Or
the lack of compassion, the lack of appreciation is going crazy in America right now. You don't even appreciate your own life to where you will put your life on the line to go and fight for $1,500.
Or it's just even just within my local network, because I don't really know nobody that was doing that, at least in close proximity to me. But in local or like in, you know, I'm a butch queen, so I exist in ballroom. I just think a lot of times, like, essentially sex sells, essentially toxicity sells. People will tune in to see confusion, to see discord. And I am really just attempting to learn how to navigate how I'm going to take space around that, because as I evolve and get older, I notice that it is weighing on my, like, it weighs on my energy and my spirit, makes me anxious in a way, like. And as I get older, I'm proud that I have the language to describe something that I've kind of like actively or passively existed with for a large part of my life. And I didn't always have the vocabulary to verbalize, like, I'm overstimulated right now.
Or even the awareness
to know that there's a name for that feeling.
Yes.
And to some people probably from older generations, they might believe that we are just always so...
y'all got a name for everything. Yes, y'all got a name for everything now. It's this. New stuff popping up. New genders popping up. Of course, new stuff is popping up. The world is changing. Wake up. Like, no shade. Wake up.
Even just down to like a value I have about work. Like, work-life balance is key.
Yes.
Work culture is key. Like,
and 30 years ago, work life wasn't a thing. 40 years ago, work life, that's not a thing. You're working your life. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, and I like the idea of having something that you connected to, that you look forward to, you know, being moved or passionate about the things you do. But there is still equally, like, everything is just roboticized now. And yeah, that is like a hard part to navigate with just America right now, because the economy, people trying to just survive, and groceries and everything. It's just like everywhere you look, America and everything is grinding my gears. But with being grinded, because I'm going to grind your gears, but it's just about like intentionally attempting to exist with that. So like, I know... So like a glow, I would like, you know, we talked about things that's grinding our gears, just to kind of wrap it up. Let's end on a high point note. Yes. So something that I feel like has helped me in navigating that is really just taking the time to like walk and think and decompress and get some cortisol from the sun and some vitamin D, and just really taking some time to just let my thoughts race long enough till they just start arriving.
Yes.
and just get all of it out. And sometimes, like, I used to want to word vomit and get it out to people, but learning that there is beauty in
silence,
self-regulation, in that time to really just talk to God.
Yes.
Or talk to the, I believe in God, but the God in me, the God in, just really just get into a place where you done got self-regulated. You be like, man,
to where you can internalize
that wasn't
those
even all
conversations.
that wasn't even all that. So
yes, I agree, but to segue almost, I would say that what helps me ungrind those gears and helps me navigate those feelings is just focusing on myself. Like, 2026 is a new beginnings year. This year is about me, me, me. And if you're out there watching, it's about you, you, you. Focus on yourself this year. This year's thing is we're saying no. The answer is no. You need some money? No. You want me to go out? No. If you don't want to do it, no. Stop overextending yourself. Stop telling people yes when you want to say no. Just say no. Like, it's beauty in the word no. Because sometimes rejection is redirection. They might not even need to go out that night. And you saying no saved their life. Always remember to follow your first mind.
Yeah, so we're going to follow our first mind. Thanks for stepping in the scene. People could follow you on social media, let the people know how they could be connected to you.
Yes, on all platforms, I am VINNYWITHAV.
Vinny with a V.
Thank you.
You heard
Not
it here.
too easy.
Listen.
Too wise.
It's Adam on the scene, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. And in the comments below, let me know something that's been grinding your gears this week.
Thank you. And like the video. And subscribe. Hit that notification bell.